What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in real quick, man. Just doing a quick recap of tonight's game. As you see, I still got my Steelers gear on. This is not Terrible Towel Tuesday or anything like that. I'm still going to do that Tuesday, and it'll be more so slated towards the upcoming game against the Broncos. But just to give a quick recap of what we saw, first and foremost, craziest game I've ever seen, man, in terms of all the chippiness. And, the chippiness is not unusual, but it was a lot of player against player, players on coaches, and coaches getting flagged for pushing a player, and players getting flagged for pushing the ref, and a lot of hitting, that resorted into injury. Just a lot of craziness going on in that game. And I'll be the first one to say, I hate to get a win like that. I hate to get a win on two personal fouls back to back to put us in prime position. You hate to see that. I'll take the win, of course. But, keeping it 100, I hate to see a win like that. Was it a dirty hit on Burfict? In my opinion, it looked a little dirty to me. I don't think the hit itself, quote unquote, would be deemed dirty if it was, if it just happened. But to me, looking at Burfict, it looked like to me he literally threw his shoulder into Antonio Brown's head. The ball was already gone. And like I said, because it's him, it makes me draw the speculation. As a football fan and someone who's played football, that's a bang-bang play. Most of the time you let it go. But like I said, being that it was Burfict, I don't know, man. This guy is just a loose cannon. He's shown it. He showed it in this game. He showed it in the last game. Just some crazy nonsense. And he's a great player. High-energy guy. And that's what's so sad about it. I think this dude, if he's not careful, he can find himself on the outside of the NFL, man. He just needs to settle down and play the ball that he's capable of playing. But, and then the second go round, I guess it was Pac-Man Jones, hey, I don't know who started it or what have you, but you guys, you got to keep your head. Again, that's me from a Steelers fan saying that you got to keep your head. It's your fault. You can't get personal fouls like that, and you lost the game. But let's not discount Jeremy Hill and Marvin Lewis. And the reason why I say Marvin Lewis, my personal opinion, I think I would have taken a knee, make the Steelers use their timeouts, and then take your chances instead of running the ball, which I'm not going to really crucify him for that. I know what he was trying to do, but let's not forget Jeremy Hill fumbles the ball. That gave my Steelers a chance, point blank. That was what gave us our real chance to win, was that fumble. And we took advantage of it. And it's just a crazy game. A couple things I just want to point out. I was very proud of that defense in the first half, in third quarter even. And, they did bend a little bit late in the game. You got to expect that. Number one, it's the NFL. Teams are going to move the ball. Number two, the Steelers defense, let's not forget, is still ranked 30th against the pass. At some point, they were going to crack. I'm just glad they were able to put it together long enough, allow us to get a lead, keep us in position to be able to win the game. They did a pretty good job, man, early on. James Harrison, had some solid plays, got some pressure. Bud Dupree, this guy is playing his butt off, man. He's definitely panned out to be a pretty solid first-round pick. Ryan Shazier had a game tonight. He was all over the field. There was a couple of times back-to-back, actually, in one series where he could have gotten close to an interception, knocked the pass down or what have you. Good to see that, man. It's just good to see guys flying around. I did see Brandon Boykin getting more time out there. Antoine Blake, makes a huge play as well, on a badly thrown ball by A.J. McCarron. The weather played a factor as well. But like I said, overall, I think the defense played very solid, man. And we need to keep that type of intensity if we're going to have any chance. And then I say any chance against Denver. Now, Antonio Brown is in the concussion protocol. We don't know how bad Ben's shoulder is. We'll see. But like I said, I'll get into that on Terrible Towel Tuesday. I just wanted to give a recap of, not even a recap, just a reaction to tonight's game. I don't know what to say about Marvin Lewis, man. I think the man is a great coach. It's just unfortunate that they've lost 7 straight playoff games, and who knows what his future holds. Only thing I said I would, maybe have done differently tonight. Maybe I would have not taken the chance by running the ball. It happens, guys. It's gone that way for us as well, so I understand how that feels. But more importantly, man, just, you know, the chippiness really and the aggressive play. I don't want to say dirty because I'm all for a high motor guy, a guy who has a little bit of edge to him. I don't mind that. But let's be honest, guys. Anyone who's watching this video, Burfict has shown to be somewhat dirty. He's had issues in college. He's had issues in the NFL. And we've seen in 2 consecutive games, there's been some questionable things that he's done against the Steelers. I mean, it is what it is. And that, with combination of Pac-Man Jones, not just walking away and leaving things alone, that is the reason why we were ultimately put in position to make a chip shot in the end, as well as, like I said, the Jeremy Hill fumble. So it's great to get the win, man. Like I said, guys, I hate to get a win like that. It is what it is, but that was a great game. I really thoroughly enjoyed the game. Very entertaining. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a more entertaining, low-scoring game, if you will. You know what I mean? It was a very entertaining game. It's too bad that A.J. McCarron was the guy and not Andy Dalton. You know, I know they didn't have all of their firepower. Hey, neither did we. And speaking of that, before I go, the running backs. I mean, come on, man. Did Fitzgerald Toussaint and Jordan Todman show us a little something? It was good to see that those boys had some very good success, and Todman got some quick, you know, hop and pop to him. He's doing a lot of behind, you know, like jump cuts or whatever, or cutbacks. Hey, they came up in a big way. They helped us out in a very big way. Toussaint came in, did what he had to do, and like I said, when Todman came in for him, he was more of the slash type guy, quick. It was good to see. We didn't miss too much of a beat. You know, possibly if D'Angelo Williams was there, it might have gave us a little more. But, hey, we didn't really fall short. We had 167 yards on the ground, if I'm not mistaken. So, great game, man. Like I said, I just wanted to do this fresh tonight, give my reaction, of course, with the victory. And I will say again, you know, I think it's a little controversial at the end, but at the end of the day, you know, it could be a little controversial as far as Burfict's hit. I think it was a kind of a cheap shot. You know, it could go either way with that. I couldn't be mad if you go the other way, but the Pac-Man Jones thing was just on him. So either way, stupid penalties at the end allowed us to win. I hate to get a win that way because now, you know, people are always going to put a taint on it, but it is what it is. I'm happy the guys are moving on. And stay tuned for Terrible Towel Tuesday, guys. I'll give more of a detailed assessment of what I think could possibly be come, you know, next week when we go to Denver. So, all right, guys, definitely, man. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. I promise you, it won't hurt you to hit that like button. And always, guys, let me know what you think. Once again, guys, thanks for coming by. And if you want to interact with me live, head on over to Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Effect. The call-in number for the show is down in the description. Now, of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. And before you go, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys. Until next time, lights out.